All right, so I'm watching Ring of Fire. Farron Cousins, he's up there and he's talking about Trump and the whole response of him tweeting during the crisis of Hurricane Harvey over Texas, Galveston, and whatnot, Houston and Galveston, and how former President Obama, how he tweeted out links to first response, first aid, and things like that, and well wishes and whatnot, and how Trump was just basically tweeting about nonsense. And after Obama decided to tweet all that, Trump's like, oh yeah, your wishes are in our heart. We hope you get well, yada yada, all that stuff. But it's so late, and that's what it takes. It takes Obama to do this for Trump to act like he's got any modicum of, how can I say, presidency within him. My thing is, Farron being frustrated. I mean, he was upset. If you watch it, he is upset, and I'm like, why? He's shocked. I'm not. It's Trump. He doesn't care about anyone or anything. All he wants are people to be loyal to him, keep him out of trouble so he can do the dirt that he does. Trump is just like any kid, I don't care what age, 7 to 27, without knowledge, you think President of the United States, you can do whatever you want, whenever you want, however you want, and there is no consequence by any means necessary. And that's what Trump is doing. If you're in Texas, if you're hit by this hurricane, if your home is 10 and 20 feet below the water level, then, you're fucked. That's it. And Trump is like, oh, they'll be all right. Fuck them. He doesn't care. He just wants to get his shit out and probably go back on vacation.
I'm going to let you know how much Trump doesn't care. I don't recall Trump making any sort of move, any kind of quote, or anything political or about wanting to be president until Obama was elected. It was some sort of personal mission, I suppose. Why doesn't he like Obama? I don't know. Maybe he didn't like his clothes, his demeanor, the way he walks. I don't know why Trump doesn't like Obama. But that aside, if this flood had happened before Trump was president, he wouldn't have given a damn. It's not him. He's not there. Anything that he cares about, if he cares about anything, isn't there. So who gives a shit? He would be most likely to say, they shouldn't have been living in Houston. They should have been living in Trump Tower like me, haha, something like that. It is no different now that he is president. It's just that he is expected to behave in a certain manner. For the longest time, if there is a natural disaster in this country, the president has some sort of response, an outcry of empathy and emotion for the suffering of their citizens. Even if it's false, you don't know what's in their heart of hearts, but even if it's false, there's somebody at their elbow saying, hey, Mr. President, you got to say something to make people think you love them and that you care and that you're going to help them. Oh, okay. And they'll get it done. Trump has surrounded himself with assholes just like himself. So even if someone were around him saying that, he's not going to listen because he knows everything. So he's not going to think, I have to at least put out there a response to let them know that I care about the citizens that I show every day that I don't give a shit about. But no, not even that. Sedrik is right. Trump does not care. He will never care. Even for you all who are the same color as him, who have been touting him, towing his line, talking about how great a businessman he is, how he's going to make America great again, how he's got your best interest in heart, going to put up the wall and put all the people that don't look like you in place. He doesn't care about you either, because I'm willing to suspect that there are a lot more people that look like him 20 feet underwater than there are people that don't look like him 20 feet underwater. And so, yes, he's going to go out there Tuesday and make it look like he gives a damn, but his sheets will be just as warm and his eggs just as yellow the day after, because he does not give a shit.
People that suffered from Hurricane Katrina, those people were ignored, neglected, and then forgotten about. They were seen as a burden until forgotten about. They are still recovering from Hurricane Katrina. It's not changed by a damn sight. These people, and I remember some of the interviews and footage, people in Texas, or should I say Tejas, that wanted these people. Oh, they got what they deserve because they're poor. See, these people now are going through their per se Katrina. Except now it's Hurricane Harvey, or I would call it Steve Harvey, because he's just fucking shit up everywhere it goes. And it's going to be all right because it's fucking everything up but itself. So, all of you right now who are not, let's say, so sympathetic to those people that suffered from Hurricane Katrina, how does it feel? Because it always comes around. Hurricanes rotate. That means that shit comes back. It's going to come around. Karma is a bitch that way. That's what's so messed up about it. People don't want to have empathy and sympathy for others, but they want others to have it for them. And next time, I'm hoping that people don't want this wall built up to block them, the immigrants from Mexico to enter Tejas. No, next time, try thinking about building up a water wall, because this shit was bound to happen. It was known to happen. Hurricane Katrina, they did footage saying that the next worst spot to hit again would be Galveston, Texas. And at worst case scenario, Houston, Texas. And everyone laughed at it. They scoffed at it. I remember that. What are the chances of a hurricane hitting the coastline in the Gulf of Mexico? What are the chances of a hurricane birth spot spawning a hurricane that would actually hit that area? You know something? Hey, the Gulf this time, it did not spawn Hurricane Harvey. However, it helped ignite it. That oil in the water that just got hotter and hotter, the water which got hotter and hotter, the convection of humidity and heat, greenhouse effect, that is why we have Hurricane Harvey. It probably should have been torn up as a tropical storm in the Bahamas, and then just remnants probably go over. But nope, you got a category 4, I think, just as it hit landfall, and then it weakened. It's slowly stalling over Houston, I think, and it's just dumping water. So this is one of those I told you so's. This is one of those I hope you learn from it. And the last thing I'm going to cover, because I'm just like, fuck it, all those people, those religious nut jobs, those preachers, priests, or religious leaders, the ones that spouted so strongly that we get this bad weather. There were some politicians too, not governing bodies, just politicians, that said that all this crap that's going on, the hurricanes, the tornadoes, the bad weather, the death and the famine and whatnot in North America, the United States of America, is because of homosexual marriage, homosexual sex, because of transgenders being allowed to do things like live like a normal being. It's all because of this. That's why this is happening. Logically speaking, it's because deregulations. It's because Exxon, Shell, and all of them lied in their reports back in the 70s, saying that there is no way that this is going to affect the climate or anything. All the oil that was trapped beneath the soil to help the earth cool is being pumped back into the atmosphere at an alarming rate because of United States, China, and Japan, Germany, and Russia's industrial revolutions. It's not that. No, it's because people want to marry and be in love with people of the same sex. That's what's doing it. People that don't feel right in their bodies want to be a different gender or sex, however you want to use the term. Now, I'm going to just say this. If you want to go on your logic, your religious logic, LOL, if that's the case, and consider the fact of what really is causing all of this, then you voted for it. Because that means all the homosexuals and the transgenders, they're not amongst us like that. No, they are actually political leaders. Everyone, Trump, Pence, Rubio, they're all homosexuals and they're all transgenders because they are the ones that are advocating this with their deregulations, and they're basically giving everyone impunity. So it's cool. That's who the homosexuals are. They are our political leaders, so to speak. That's why we're screwed. Hurricane Harvey is just punishing all of you. It's God's way for what our homosexual president is doing. That's what's going on. Our transgender, bathroom, child raping, big oil companies are causing this. That's what's going on. And you can stop it. You don't want the homosexuals, you don't want the transgenders to keep this going, then vote them out. Get money out of politics. Chase off the transgender oil companies. Let's not have another homosexual Republican president in office, with his child raping vice president, because that's obviously getting us worse. And that's all that I have to say. Do you have anything to say, Sidra?
I said it.
All right. I think her points are far more poignant than mine. I just want to give a big fuck y'all, and I did it. So this is Sedrik Sidra Owens, Comparative Reasoning, and thank you for listening.